champion and defending runner-up is on the table in that. But in seat number 2, someone who's played every incarnation of this tournament and has played a lot in this format, Aga Rylik from Poland, former kickboxing champion, of course, world champion.
How do you go from kickboxing to playing poker?
It's all about the straight shot to the jaw, I think. It's just about the same.
Just get those right punches in.
Yeah, you've delivered some knockout punches.
Yeah,
but she's taken to poker. But a tough table, of course. Seat number 5 is Stephanie Bergner, who had the chip lead, played fantastic last year, nearly came within a hair's breadth of winning this tournament, and she's back to try and do better.
Yeah, I think it should be really interesting to see how the champion and the defending champion is going to play against each other, because, I mean, they obviously have some history together, and so we might see some interesting plays there.
They definitely do, and Hamam was just, I mean, super in this tournament. I think she was runner-up in her heat the first year, and then last year she just destroyed the field. A very convincing win for Hamam, and she's back for more. Chips on the table, yellow chips worth 1,000, blues are 2. Reds 5K apiece, 100,000 per player, and 600K in play. As you mentioned, I mean, not only, of course, did Hamam and Stephanie square off in the final table last year, Annette, but they've known each other for quite a long time. In fact, Stephanie credits Hamam with teaching her poker. But, you know, sometimes the pupil sort of wants to be better than the, overcome the master, right?
Yeah, of course. I mean, if you're a teacher, you don't want the students to come better than you.
Her mom does have position on Stephanie. And
Kat is raising the 8s.
Raised to 5,000 total.
Yeah, Kat's from Belfast, and she says she credits being here to Marty Smith, who's had no shortage of success in this tournament. But the Belfast poker scene is pretty aggressive. I mean,
is it? So we're going to be expecting her to be giving a lot of action?
I'm expecting her to do a lot of. I think she might be the one to sort of embrace your all in all the time theory.
Awesome, we need some of that.
And I mean, neither
looks
player.
Looks like Kat's going to win this hand with a continuation bet, you would think.
9,000.
And is it important to make a continuation bet on that flop? I mean, without...
I think I could go both ways. Like, the thing is, if you make a continuation bet there, you're often going to get called by a lot of draws. And then it goes check on the turn, and, if you get bet into on the river, you're in a really tough spot, because either they could have a misdraw, they could have a king, they could have a jack, So then you just really end up guessing, and I think it would kind of be better to maybe check behind the flop and see what happens on the turn, maybe call a turn bet, and then see what happens on the river.
Jack.